Apps have been banned on the basis of inputs from central government agencies, but we learned from industry sources that the government has assured select fintech companies today that legitimate players should not worry. Moving on the hot seat today, we put the spotlight on CapGrid, that is helping firms make smart procurement. CapGrid claims to have built a digital supply network with an advanced technology infrastructure, partnering with hundreds of Tier 2 manufacturers to get precision parts and components sourced, manufactured and delivered to customers' assembly line. The venture recently raised $7 million at the Series A round led by Nexus Venture Partners. And to talk to us about the road ahead, joining me now is the co-founder and CEO of CapGrid, Dheeraj Tiwari. Dheeraj, welcome to Startup Street. CapGrid claims that its AI-powered platform and network of suppliers allows manufacturers to significantly reduce complexities in direct material sourcing and procurement. Dheeraj, tell me, how are you reducing complexity in procurement management? Take me to the business model, the offerings, and if you could explain by sharing some use cases.
Sure. No, thanks, Shruti, for the opportunity. Really appreciate. Me and my co-founder have spent significant amount of time working very closely with automotive manufacturers globally in my previous stint. And what we saw is there are thousands of components which goes into a product, right? In a car, there will be like 20,000 odd components. And traditionally, as well as globally, for each and every component, the manufacturer of the vehicle will go and approach a component manufacturer, right, individually for each and every component. And that's where we saw an opportunity where in certain set of categories, manufacturing capabilities, we aggregate the demand at customer ends, and we become a supplier of those thousands of components for one particular customer. Traditionally, like in those 20,000 components, they'll be buying 15,000 maybe from 100 suppliers and remaining 5,000 from another 100, right? So the decentralization is pretty high. And then on the supply side, we do long-term kind of partnership with our with Tier 2 suppliers in the automotive as well as consumer durable industry, where we get those components manufactured through a cloud manufacturing network and then bring it to our warehouse and deliver it to our.
Okay, so
kind of 90% reduction in overall complexity.
Yeah, I was about to ask you that, if you could talk to me about your tech edge, how is CapGrid ensuring a vast supply pool and discovering matching suppliers using AI algorithms?
True. So there are two pieces to this. Of course, there is this supplier discovery and then identifying the available capacity. And then third step being auditing the supplier itself, right, in terms of what are the capabilities of that supplier. Is it matching with what it claims? This is where our tech comes into picture to identify the best fit manufacturer for that particular component. In step two, kind of this whole complex supply chain where earlier 100 suppliers were supplying those 2,000 parts. Now CapGrid is doing that. So that's where our whole operation engine of POs, invoices, how much inventory needs to be kept at any point of time, that's pretty automated using this ML/AI-based algorithm.
So Dheeraj, tell me how your tech infusion is enhancing cost optimization for businesses. What is the kind of efficiency your technology has brought to your clients?
Absolutely. So in terms of, like we say, operational complexity, which not only includes man hours, but also technology uses, right? Or the infrastructure which is getting used in terms of technology, right? That comes down by about 90% for our customer. So imagine they were dealing with 100 suppliers, 1,000 parts, individual POs, individual gate entries, GRN, and then invoicing, payment, right? That all gets to one supplier, which is CapGrid.
Okay.
This is where the technology comes into picture.
All right. Now, to be able to cater to manufacturers across the country, you partner with warehousing and logistic players in an asset-light model to be able to deliver to the customer's assembly line. If you could take me through the revenue models you've built, also talk to me about the current business growth numbers that you're seeing, and of course, your plans with the recent fundraise of $7 million that you've raised.
So no, we are a very young company. 1.5 years back, we had 0 revenues, and now we are doing a very, very good revenue, right? 22, 23, we are looking to close at about 45 crores from almost 5 crores in 2021, 22. The revenue model is purely we own this whole manufacturing, right? So without having any plant equipment and capacity. So we tap into these kind of mid-size MSME suppliers who are very hungry, looking to grow and operating at 50, 60% capacity utilization. We partner with them. We give them kind of consistent manufacturing demand, right?
Okay.
And then we buy at X rupees and of course cover our costs and have some margin and sell at Y rupees to our customer. So that becomes kind of our margin, right? We own entire quality, warranty, as well as delivery responsibility with us. Given we are a kind of cloud manufacturing company, our core capability is kind of sourcing, vendor development, and then getting it manufactured. We do not want a deep kind of asset-heavy warehousing and logistics network. That's where we have partnered with a bunch of
Okay.
warehouse kind of as well as logistics provider all over India. Currently, we have about 6 warehouses, opening another 6 to kind of cover all those 12 to 15 key manufacturing zones in India. In terms of, and we are working with a bunch of listed automotive OEMs who have been in business for 50, 60 years, as well as a lot of EV, electric vehicle manufacturers, who are new and who are still trying to replace the Chinese imports, right? Where we are helping them very closely. In terms of future plan, we are looking to grow about 8 to 10x revenues in next 15 to 18 months, right? Especially after this
All
Series A
right.
funding.
Dheeraj, we've completely run out of time, but wish you the very best in all your growth plans, 8 to 10x growth in revenue, a great target there, and many thanks for joining us on Startup Street today.
Thank you, Shruti. Have a good day. Bye.
From one